Hi there guys, so today, as I mentioned, we are at Cadwell Park. We are in the MX5 that you saw us install the coilovers on. I'm here with my good friend Adam, and we're going to be doing a couple of laps. So we're doing the evening session. It's pretty good actually, looking forward to it. I've never actually been to Cadwell despite living so close. Adam's been loads on bikes, so he knows it like the back of his hand, so it should be very interesting. I'll take you around the car, show you how it's looking at the minute. We've got the new wheels and tyres on, so you know we're hoping it's going to handle pretty well. So we're going to do the practice lap, the warm-up lap, see how it goes, make any minor adjustments, and then we shall be off. So yeah, I'll just take you outside, show you how we're looking. So this is how the car's looking. We've just been out for a few laps already. We had to actually rush off as I just shot that last bit. So I didn't get the chance to show you some footage, but I've got it now. We've just been out for the first lap. So the car is on some XXR wheels and it is looking beefy. It's on those Toyo R888Rs and the grip is phenomenal. Like, it's still a bit damp out there, a bit greasy, but it is just absolutely unreal. So as you can see, that's how the car's looking at the minute. With a hard top because we don't have the roll cage in at the moment. So Adam's also done this. He's cut the rear bumper out. Let's just hang on, the lighting on that is terrible. Cut the rear bumper out, and basically it's this line here. Just cut it out. Basically, usually the bumper comes down another, couple of inches or so, and it just acts as like a giant sail. So it just catches all the wind and it, makes it real aerodynamic, drags a bit. So it's done that. But honestly, this car just handles unreal. We're just been out for like maybe 5-6 laps. Brakes are starting to cook a little bit. He has got some better brake pads, but we didn't have a chance to fit them. We're going to try stiffening the suspension up just a little bit because it's got adjustable damping on these VMAX coilovers, just so we can get it right. So I just need to apologise for the quality of this. We were using a Nurburgring, if you will. It was a GoPro copy that Adam had. He couldn't find the mount for his actual GoPro. Mine has not been ordered yet. Just about to order that as I'm editing this video actually. So you'll probably see me ordering that in an upcoming video. But yeah, we're just waiting for the marshal's signal to go on track now after the sighting lap. We're off, so I will let some of this footage speak for itself. So this is after we have come into the pits and adjusted the suspension, so we've stiffened it all up and it is handling amazing. You might be able to hear some comments about how much better it is so far just after that. When we originally put the VMAX coilovers on in the other video, we set the dampening to about halfway just as a starting point really. We stiffened them up and we raised the front very slightly because we was hearing some mega rubbing. You'll still hear a little bit on the arch liner, but not as bad as it was. This is the first lap back out after that. We're just getting some heat in the tyres, and then we're going to take a few laps round until the brakes start to cook really. So I'm just going to bring you back into the footage here. We are just coming up on a new Civic Type R. It's someone that we know, and basically most of the cars here can get past us on the straight, but he knows that we're just so much faster in the corners that there's no point because we're going to be up his arse all the way. So he just lets us pass nice and friendly like. So we passed him, and yeah, I'll cut back in when we're overtaking some other cars. So guys, after that little moment there where we almost came off the track, almost had a nice tasty little spin, we thought we'd just come in, calm down. We were really close to the sort of exit off the track anyway, to the pits. So we came off and brakes were starting to cook anyway. That's probably why we entered at too high velocity and almost had that spin. So here we're just letting it cool down before we go back out. We're opening the bonnet, keeping the handbrake off so it doesn't seize to the discs. And yeah, we're just going to let everything cool down, chill out and have a chat about how it's going. And then we're going to get straight back on track. Right, so I'm actually filming this a couple of days later. As soon as I got back from Cadwell, it was quite late for reasons I'll go on to mention later. Then I had a busy weekend, so this is the first time I've actually had a chance to really sit down in front of the camera and digest and sort of explain what's going on. So what happened was we had a smashing track day. So we beat the track time record for an MX5, which is absolutely great around Cadwell. The lap time was this, and we did it in new editing skill. So we're pretty pleased with that. Adam is a great driver. He used to race around there on bikes all the time, CB500s, ZX10s, all that sort of stuff. So he knew the way there, he knew the track itself. He basically just knew the course inside and out. So there was a lot of faster cars there, but I think we were probably one of the fastest things on the track. We were just absolutely blitzing everyone, especially when it came to corners. Nobody could keep up with us. So during the interlude between a couple of laps, it was an open session, so you can just go on, you know, whenever you want, come in, come out. We basically stiffened the suspension up, raised the ride height on the front a tiny bit, and we got it dialed into pretty much how we liked it. Now there's a bit of brake fade issues coming on. We did have some EBC yellow stuff, which are like fast road / race pads, but they only came about 10 minutes before we set off for Cadwell, so we didn't have time to get them installed. So it was on stock brakes. So about 5-6 laps in, we were really struggling with braking issues. So that's one thing that we know is going to be upgraded anyway. Now you will have seen in the footage that I've inserted from the Nurburgring, the terrible GoPro sort of copy that we had, that basically Adam had a spin out on track. I was up filming from a vantage point and he basically spun the car because he was going too ham. After that, the car seemed to behave a bit strange, so on the way home it seemed like it lost all power. So it was just juddering, the engine management light was flashing, really weird. So we limped to a fuel station. I took the battery off, left it off for a bit to reset it, put it back on, engine light went off, great. There was a bit more power back, but still not 100%, so it was like, okay, that's a bit weird. We set off, we're maintaining a fairly steady speed, and then we could smell fuel like so much. It just stunk of petrol, like absolutely stunk of petrol. So we pulled over and there was a lot of petrol just dripping out of the back, just absolutely pouring out. And the fuel tank was actually really pressurized. We undid the cap and it was like, coming out. It was flowing out. There was so much pressure and vacuum behind that. Really weird. So we drove home with the cap off slightly. So basically just loosened it right up till it was almost not on, and then just drove home with that, and it seemed to be fine. But the power didn't come back, so I don't know what's gone on there. Adam's getting it looked at, seeing if he can sort of decipher anything. I think maybe a fuel breather or a turn pipe was blocked, something like that, and it's caused it to overpressurize, which is then obviously thrown it out of an overflow. That's why I lost loads of fuel. Still not sure what the loss of power was. Might have been a fuel issue, but then that was resolved later on. It wasn't, under pressure, so why are we still getting the power? Don't know. But we'll sort that out. So yeah, we ended up getting home with a couple of stops. We ended up getting home really late, so I just, I was knackered, so we just went straight to sleep and called it that. And then the next day I was down south filming my next video, which is on the Tiger Day. So you'll see more of that come in the next week or so. It was basically a Tiger Tank day. So it's Tiger Tank 131, which is the only running Tiger Tank in the world that's left, and they've got it down at Bovington Museum. Now I'm actually from up north in Yorkshire, so this was like a 5.5 hour road trip. So yeah, that was the day after the track day, so I've just been really busy. So hence why I'm shooting this a couple of days later. The track day was unreal to summarise. I can't believe we beat the track time, car performed faultlessly. I just can't believe you can get a car that can handle like that around a track for so cheap. I just cannot believe it. So, you know, we're over the moon. Adam's really happy. And now he's looking to just improve the car. Obviously, you know, first track day in a car, it highlights all the issues, it brings all the problems out. So what we're going to do is just work on those, and then, you know, eventually he's going to turbo it. So we'll have a whole new set of teething problems there, but that's fine, that's part of the fun, right? So we've got some footage coming up next couple of weeks of the Tiger Tank day, the Tiger Tank experience. That was unreal. Then also I've got a few bits and bobs coming for my car, and there's going to be a bit of working on that once I've got moved in next week. So, you know, there'll be a bit more E90 content, and I'll be finishing the van off within a month or so. So we've got a few videos coming out, so, you know, make sure to keep tuned. So if you do enjoy any of my videos, or if you want to see my channel progress, please hit subscribe, please like, please leave a comment. It helps me out massively. Let me know what you think I did well, what you think I didn't do so well, what you'd like to see, any suggestions. Thank you guys. I'll catch you in the next one.